Hey friends, Dr. Heather here, live from Ask Dr. Heather, or here live at Carden Center for Wellness here in Overland Park, Kansas. We are here at day 7. Can you believe it? Already here at day 7 on 10 ways to win at fat loss in 10 days with just 10 health hacks. Well, today's health hack is the one that I absolutely love. It is a game changer for so many people. I also want a drum roll for this. We are going to have you ditch the dairy. That's right. You can keep in butter. You can keep in ghee. Hey, Joanne, thanks for joining us. We want you to ditch the dairy. That is cheese. I know so many times on a ketogenic diet, a low carb diet, dairy is on there, whether it's heavy whipping cream in your coffee or it is cheese, and more cheese. We're going to have you ditch the dairy for the remaining 3+ days. You will not be sorry. Think about this for a minute. Where do we get dairy? I was born and raised here in Kansas. My dad was a dairy farmer. We only get it from girl cows, right? So it only comes from one of those hormone process. Even when they say dairy is hormone free, it still comes from a hormone process. It only comes from a girl cow. Dairy's major job, or estrogen, not dairy's major job, estrogen's major job is to deposit fat. That's why estrogen actually increases in women while they're pregnant, to help them actually help retain fat, to make a healthy baby. So we know also that dairy is a leading cause to a lot of inflammation. A lot of people can't digest dairy. It causes mucus in people with allergy season. We also know that it actually increases fat deposition, also causes inflammation, which can also cause more inflammation in your body, which causes the belly to bloat, your hands to bloat, your body to get bigger. So here on day 7, the health hack is ditch the dairy. I'm going to post a YouTube video which goes into more explanation, more of the science, why I'm going to have you ditch the dairy. So hopefully you actually found some value in yesterday's health hack, which was cutting out the carbs. But today, again, we're going to ditch the dairy. So if you're doing keto, low carb, I know it's on many of the lists. It is not on my autoimmune friendly list, but you will find that dairy can cause a lot of bloating. It can cause a lot of fatigue. It can cause a lot of maldigestion, some SIBO, again, a lot of irritation. It can cause migraines. If you go to notmilk.com, I'll type it down below, you're going to find the ABCs of milk, and it will go through the entire alphabet and share different disease processes or different disease health conditions with each letter that can be affected from people having too much dairy in their diet. But when we're talking about winning the war against fat loss, talk about pizza that has cheese on it, burgers that have cheese on it, Cheez-Its that have cheese on it, we're going to ditch the dairy. You can trade it in for a nut milk if you're trying to do it in some type of smoothie. You can use almond milk, cashew nut milk, coconut milk. Please don't use rice milk. It's way too many carbs. Always buy the unsweetened. You can put a drop of vanilla in there. You can put some cacao or cocoa powder in there if you want to have a little more flavoring in that. But please ditch the dairy for the remaining few days here, because that's going to be a health hack you're going to really, really notice. And notice if you have less sinus congestion, or maybe you have a scratchy throat all the time, maybe you have itchy hands, itchy feet, and that itchiness goes away, or itchy scalp. Maybe you always are clearing your throat a little bit. Maybe you have some swollen joints in the morning. And notice what happens after 24 to 48 hours of just dishing the dairy. 72 hours and 96 hours will tell you the real story, but we're here at day 7 closing in. So remember what we're doing here on our 7 health hacks. We are day number 1. We are ditching the snacks. We are only drinking water, coffee, herbal tea, or ketones. We are actually having our last meal 4 hours before bedtime, which was day 2. Day 3 was all about our sleep hygiene. Day 4 is about getting more movement in throughout the day, not just sitting in your chair. We know sitting is a new smoking, but finding new ways to get movement in throughout the day, not just during your dedicated workout time. Day 5, we talked about all about intermittent fasting. Yesterday, we talked about cutting out the carbs, at least 20 or 30% of the carbs, like ditching the bread, finally ditching the pasta if you're still doing that in your weekly diet, or ditching the potatoes if that's still in your daily diet or weekly diet. Ditch rid of that. Day 7, ditch the dairy. So I can't wait to share with you on day 8 tomorrow. So I look forward to having you check in with me. Don't forget, we've been giving different offerings throughout the day. So there's no offering today except for the amazing information about ditching the dairy and how we can optimize your life. I'll definitely put the YouTube video down below. Please share this video, because you don't know who might be needing this information, who might be suffering from a dairy sensitivity, who may be struggling with a weight plateau or some type of health plateau, and ditching the dairy just may be the right key or the right health hack that they need to actually set their health back on the right track. So have a great day, guys, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for day 8. This is Dr. Heather saying goodbye from Overland Park, Kansas.